thank you folks for coming out here and hemp presenting for us all. You know, I believe that marijuana, hemp, cannabis, is the most important plant on this planet for our civilization and for the future of life on this planet. You know, hemp produces more fuel, fiber, food, and medicine than any other plant on this planet, and that is the reason it's illegal. The petrochemical, pharmaceutical, military, industrial, transnational, corporate, event, fascist sons of a bitches who gave us prohibition did it so they could make all the money. And when we restore hemp, where we can grow high THC varieties for fuel, fiber, food, medicine, and fun, then we'll change the whole economic paradigm of this world. What time is it, by the way? It's 4:20!
We can do this. Now we have a fabulous coalition here in Madison, Wisconsin called Freedom to Choose. These people are getting shit done. They're amazing. At 5 o'clock today, they are doing video interviews. If you would like to be interviewed, please go find them there at 30 West Mifflin Street. After the rally, they will be set up taking interviews. These people are amazing. They go from college to college. They get people together. They educate you. They let you know that prohibition has failed.
It is an immense waste of taxpayer dollars. We are spending our money on jailing humans for using a plant. It is time to stop the madness. It's time to end prohibition. We are not enforcing our marijuana laws effectively. According to the John Gottman, PhD, darker-skinned humans are arrested at a rate 6 times than other humans. This is insane. This is insane. Freedom to Choose Coalition is putting an end to this. They are remarkable human beings. I really urge you to go over to 30 West Mifflin Street. Have your voice heard. Now, they also would like you to know, we all would like you to know, that we are moving things forward in Wisconsin. We have got a great group of people that are using the Citizens Initiative city by city. We have got 9 of the 10 largest Wisconsin cities decriminalized. It's not the best, but it's a step forward. We are getting there. We've got some great legislation on the bills. We have got AB 224 that was introduced by Representative Melissa Sargent, and that is to legalize cannabis in Wisconsin. Let's get some adult use. It is time. Hang on just a second. I'm going to check out. So I would like to introduce our next speaker. This is an amazing human being. Erica Sand and her father are the perfect example of what is absolutely wrong with caging humans, with knocking down doors, kicking in windows, coming into people's homes because they're using a plant. I would like to hand the microphone over to Erica now. She has some very poignant words to say. Erica?
My name is Erica Sand. I'm 15 years old, and I'm standing up here to tell you my story as well as my father's. 8 years ago, my father, Trevor Sand, became a quadriplegic from a spinal cord injury. My father's and my life changed forever. Now I could stand up here and tell you what all happened after he got home from the hospital and how I felt and how my dad was with his pills, but I only have a few minutes up here. So what I want to tell you is that my father is alive because of cannabis. When my father jumped in that pool and didn't come out for a while, I thought he was gone. I can't explain the fear I had that day. But if it wasn't for cannabis, I wouldn't be standing here with my father as well as my best friend. When the police came and raided our house 3 years ago, that made me open my eyes and realize that, well, my dad is a straight up savage.
Oh my God.
Anyway, it's time to get serious. I am traumatized still by what the police put us through and still are. I have been harassed in school by everyone and lost almost all of my friends. That's their choice. We spent over 6 years crossbreeding different strains to get the perfect strain for my father, and let me tell you, shoveling all that dirt for those plants, well, that was a workout. The police came and tore our family apart, but we got our strength back. And look now, we are closer than ever and stronger. And I know we will win our fight. Cannabis is a miracle. It has changed and saved lives and can open opportunities for people. And it is really sad that some people don't believe in the good of cannabis, and it's those people who are holding back the laws from being changed. But I will not stop fighting. I will not stop fighting for the medicine that keeps the most important person in my life alive. Thank you.
Madison, Wisconsin, that was Erica Sands, a 15-year-old victim of prohibition. Next on the mic is her father, Trevor. He is a Gulf War veteran. He sacrificed for our freedoms in the Gulf. He is now having to sacrifice for freedoms here on our soil. That is disgusting. Trevor, take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone. Trevor Sand. Glad everyone could come here. Could be a little bit warmer, but hey, that's Wisconsin. One day, government, every month the government gives me THC in the form of a pill called dronabinol. It costs the taxpayers $30,000 a month for a plant or for a pill they say is synthesized, but it's actually extracted from the plant in Mississippi. I don't know about you, but I can grow my own a lot cheaper than $30,000 a month. And it doesn't cost me that much to have her shovel dirt. This is the only thing that works, that way I don't have to keep taking pills. I was on 47 different medications before I started using cannabis. I counted 3. I weighed 380 pounds because of my usage of all the pills. I'm down to 165 pounds. My caregivers, they love it. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out here tonight. I'd like to thank Tammy, Paul, Normal, everyone for showing up. Great. Every year it seems to get bigger and everybody gets friendlier. And thank you again. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Erica and Trevor Sands. Give it up, right? This is Wisconsin. These are Wisconsinites. And you know who has been fighting for Wisconsinites for the last 15 years? You know who has been struggling for civil rights for the last 15 years? My favorite representative, Chris Taylor. She is an amazing woman. She rushed here from D.C. so she could stand here and tell you how she is fighting for everyone in Wisconsin. Representative Chris Taylor, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everybody. I want to thank Erica and Trevor for coming out. You know, they came to this Capitol, and I was there in that hearing when they told their story. We need these policymakers to listen to them.
Pick up your mom's
and I
phone
need your help
and get it
in
recording.
making certain
Get
that
that phone.
they listen to you
phone.
all and hear your
Phone right
voices
here.
because they're not. You
It
know,
locked me out.
I got to tell you.
I got it.
Well, first I got to tell you that I think all my speeches would go a lot better if everybody was high in the audience. So thank you. Secondly, where are the food courts? cards, you all. Who has the munchie? I brought you something from the east side of Wisconsin. Veggie straws. Doritos, but this is the stuff we eat on the near east side of Madison. It was this or kale and spinach chips. So anyway, I'm going to pass this around you all. You need your sustenance. Well, look, there's a lot of reasons to legalize marijuana. A lot of reasons. And my colleague, Melissa Sargent, who's actually still out in D.C., brought the bill to do full legalization up, and I want to give her a round of applause. You know, women are leading this fight in a lot of ways. Yeah! But some might say, yeah, we need to legalize because it's a matter of personal freedom and liberty, right? I hear those terms a lot from my Republican colleagues. Too bad their policies just take it away and don't embrace liberty and don't embrace freedom, particularly on marijuana issues, and particularly if you're a woman. Yeah! They certainly do not. What we know is that if marijuana were legal, most of the racial disparities, the horrible, pernicious racial disparities that we see in our state criminal justice system, which has become a system of injustice, would go away. So this is a matter of civil rights. It's not, it's about liberty, it's about freedom, but it's a matter of fundamental civil rights that we all have an obligation to do something about. And we need to embrace those individuals and include them in this movement who are fighting every single day to eliminate these horrible racial disparities that plague our state and make our state a place where if you're an African American male, you have about a 50% chance of being incarcerated. That is unacceptable, and that's a result of these drug laws, starting with marijuana. Now, you would think that maybe some of my Republican colleagues who gave away a lot of your money in tax breaks to big corporations and their rich donors might also be interested in maybe increasing state revenue. Maybe that's a reason that we should legalize marijuana. We saw it in Colorado and Washington. But honestly, for me, the reason that is absolutely compelling and motivates me to introduce the bill with John Urbanbach to make medical marijuana legal is that there are thousands of sick people in our state. There are children who have serious seizure disorders. There are people struggling to get through cancer, and they are treated as criminals. They cannot get the medication they need. That is what Erica and Trevor's story is. They need the medication. Why should they be treated as criminals? And that should compel us all. You know, these diseases, they afflict Republicans and Democrats. They don't discriminate. We all know somebody who has suffered and could have been helped by being able to use cannabis legally, and nobody should have to go to the back alley and buy their medication and risk going to prison. And my friends, families need us to act for them. They need our advocacy on this issue. The public's with us. The public supports it. Medical marijuana, 75% in a Fox poll. Even Jeb Bush, my God, even Jeb Bush and Chris Christie support medical marijuana, if you can believe it. And these policymakers behind me in this building won't move. So y'all, we gotta move them. Are you with me? With me. We need a broad coalition. We need to bring in the families who are suffering. We need to bring in the civil rights folks. We need to bring in all of you, and we need to say our voices matter. We will not stop until marijuana is legal in the state of Wisconsin. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Thanks for being here today.
Yeah.
Over here. I want some.
Madison, we have so many people to thank, but Frank Shoemaker and Farmer Bill from the Nebraska Hemp Coalition, these people are remarkable. They come from Nebraska every year to this Harvest Festival. Let me tell you a little something about Nebraska. We could never beat them in hemp production. Wisconsin used to be the #2 producer of hemp, and we could never quite get past Nebraska. But they are gracious enough to come here every year and show us how it's done. Ladies and gentlemen, Farmer Bill.
Woo! Hey, hey, hey! Madison, we're here with history. I gotta try to get this thing off because I can't stand in one place. That's gonna cause trouble. Okay, Madison, we're here. Frank Shoemaker, my buddy and friend, and I have been coming up here for 5 years doing this. And we love this place. I'll stay in place. This march is powerful. This place is powerful when you sit and create history here. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to give my challenge to High Times one more time. They should be here celebrating this on their cover. By 50 years, I hope High Times is here, because this is where the power of the center of the country is. And we need to end this drug war. We need to give patients. We need to give them access. We need to just be able to compete on a level playing field with industrial hemp. But we need to stop incarcerating people for this plant.
Oh yeah!
That is what this is all about. We need to end that prohibition on a federal level. So today, you've learned that you need to register to vote. You need to support these things. Right now, the Freedom to Choose movement here in Madison is your most powerful weapon. Every state, and if Madison does not pass a petition immediately to allow the use of cannabis by adults in the city of Madison and surrounding areas within a year, I don't know what you guys are doing. You need to be active and make that happen. You have the tool. We need to go into this legislature. It's good to be here on the steps, but you need to respect them inside and go inside and educate them. We need to change the law, change the Controlled Substance Act, and remove cannabis from it. And that is a worldwide movement. And so these legislatures that are here today talking to you, that is your most powerful thing. Put them in the Capitol, put them in the national capital, and keep them there. Find more representatives of this movement to get them in there, because that's how we can change the laws. They need your support. You can contact your legislature. In Nebraska, we went back from here and got a medical cannabis law introduced. It was changed, but we still have a bill in session starting in January. But we're also looking at a tax and regulate, because the legislators know we're coming. And they have been warned that they need to tax and regulate before the medical programs are in place, because it doesn't fit in with their tax and regulate. They see the money. It's all about economics. This provides the city of Madison, the state of Wisconsin, the United States, a sustainable tax revenue that is sitting there going to the black market. We need to normalize that. Maybe that's where normal got their name, that we need to normalize it. Does anybody else thought that ever? Okay, we want to be law-abiding citizens. The police are starting to pay attention, the law enforcement, the legislature. Today, they gave us the respect of not charging us and providing us an escort at every one of these intersections. They know that we are respectful. They know we are trying with a passion to make it right. We want to be part of society. We can provide sustainable local jobs. The hemp, you heard Mr. Paul Stanford. He is an expert for a long time doing this. And we can provide so much to a green environment and economy. Wisconsin was the last place that industrial hemp was grown legally up into the 50s. Matt Wren, the king of hemp, was up at Alta and up there, Waupun. And they were producing the last fiber. All your fields here have small fields divided into small strips. Hemp can provide that additional rotational crop that is soil building, drought resistant, producing a seed and fiber and medicine crop, all in one unit. Builds the soil too, so why aren't we doing it? Canada, we have they say we can research it, and we need to just start producing. So we need to get you involved. That's the only way this can get done. I know we've lost the crowd, but keep spreading the word, whatever social media you do, and we need to take this country like a firestorm. I like prairie fires out in Nebraska, and if you've ever seen 30-foot flames running through a tall grass prairie, that's a firestorm. And we're there, we're beyond the downhill slope. And so it's riding a wave, a skateboard run, or downhill skiing, whatever goes fast downhill, we're ready to fly on that. Because big business is jumping on, and it's flying. All right, folks. Great Midwest Marijuana Harvest Festival history!
All right, Madison, I'm going to hand the mic over to the driving force behind the Great Midwest Marijuana Harvest Festival. This man is amazing, and you know what? It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Dennis! So you know what we're going to do? We're going to sing Happy Birthday to Dennis. Are you guys ready? Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Dennis! Happy birthday to you!
Thank you all for your support. This year has been beautiful. The bands, the people, you guys, let's just take this beautiful love we've had. And it's been my birthday. I'm up here crying. So, you know, we all work together. This is a